2022 went by fast. I ended up doing a lot more than I had planned to do, and the experience was incredible. Looking back at everything, it's hard to compile it all into one video, but I really wanted to showcase everything that I achieved in 2022. I started the year at my parents' house. This was mainly noticeable over on Twitch, but here on YouTube I redid my setup in my parents' house, trying to make it as similar to what I already had as possible. I started the year with roughly 450 subscribers on YouTube. A lot of people had come here after my Olympics video in 2021, which I'm still pretty darn proud of. Others were interested in my reaction video content. In 2022, I wanted to do more cosplay content as well. I planned on doing a different character each month, which was mainly shared on socials. But I did get the chance to make a few videos of these cosplays as well. Darky from Demon Slayer, Sailor Chibi Moon, Tiger Aisaka from Toradora, Kaguya-sama from Love is War, Seraphine from KDA, and many more were a part of this. I was surprised with how many cosplays I did end up doing, and I think I kept up with this goal pretty well. I quickly was able to move house, moving into a new apartment and creating a new setup for all of my content. This also meant a lot more space to move around and do things. For my birthday in March, I dyed my hair pink. I've bleached and dyed my hair a few times before, but this was the first time I got it professionally done and I really liked it. I started learning Japanese as my skills were very rusty, and I wanted to learn more. We gained a little bit of popularity over on TikTok discussing anime and fashion. Short form content still isn't my favorite to make, but it was an interesting challenge. 2022 was the first time in years we were able to go to a convention due to COVID. It was a lot of fun to see so many people. We had to wear masks while indoors, but I met a lot of new people and it was really cool to have this experience that we hadn't had in a long time. I also got my first ever scale figure. It was a bunny Tiger Aisaka figure that I absolutely adore and had to show off. I know it might not seem like an achievement as such, but I had to throw it in there. Supernova came back to Perth for the first time in 3 years, and although I do not like Supernova and prefaced my videos with this, I didn't think I was going to go to any other conventions as we generally don't have many in Perth, so I went. I joined an anime podcast. It was really cool to branch out and be on this podcast when I could be. It was an awesome way to meet new friends. In June, I quickly realized that I was so close to my goal of YouTube partner. I needed around 20 more subscribers and just under 1,000 watch hours in a month. To become a YouTube partner, you need 1,000 subscribers and 5k watch hours within a year. I was so close and only had a limited amount of time. I applied for a media pass to Smash Anime Festival in Sydney. I had hoped that Trash Taste would attend, as Joey, the anime man, has attended a few times pre-COVID. I wasn't betting on this, but had hopes. I also thought that going to the event would just be a good experience, as I've never been. A few weeks later, Trash Taste was announced for the event. And I got the pass. The week of Smash was the final week for me to reach this goal in order to get YouTube partner. A year beforehand, my Olympics video reached well over 100,000 people, which heavily contributed to my watch hours. If I didn't reach this goal now, then those watch hours wouldn't be included. So, I took the gamble. I got last minute flights, expensive flights, and accommodation. Reworked my work schedule and had people cover for me. Honestly, did not think I was going to be able to do this at all, but we worked it out, and I flew out Friday night after work. I filmed and edited 10 videos total from the convention. I barely slept that weekend. I filmed all the Trash Taste and Geeks Plus panels and quickly edited them once I'd get back to the hotel, uploading as soon as I could. I also vlogged both days at the convention and my journey there. It was so much fun and an absolute whirlwind. And it kind of changed my life. I know the Trash Taste fandom is big. I know there is a decent anime community here in Australia, but I was not expecting this gamble to not only pay off, but give back.
Melbourne represent?
You're not going to do a Perth represent?
I was going to literally just, yeah, Perth represent?
I was able to become a YouTube partner. When I started creating videos, I never thought this would happen. And even though it was ultimately a small goal in comparison to large YouTubers, it is an incredibly meaningful goal. I flew back Sunday night, immediately after the convention. I continued editing on the plane and at home when I arrived. The Trash Taste community and the Australian anime community have been so nice, so kind, and welcoming to me online. You all completely supported me, and even stopped by to say hello to me on other platforms and in person at conventions. I also appreciated all the lovely comments on the videos I created about the quality of my work. I honestly think the adrenaline of this event and the shortness of it all was why I was able to produce so much. I made a few videos afterwards of the Crunchyroll mystery bags I got and the No Game No Life figure I managed to purchase at Smash. Later in the year, I ended up being a guest at a gaming convention here in Perth for the first time. It was great, meeting so many wonderful people that I probably never would have met if I didn't join in. I managed to get media passes to the infamous Crunchyroll convention in Melbourne. And I was originally not planning on going. I've never been to so many conventions in 1 year, but I went. A lot of things went wrong for those attending, and even for me as a media guest. I wasn't sent my passes, I wasn't emailed them or anything like that. I had been told I would be, but those never came to me, and I wasn't even sure I could have a camera assistant. Although I did have emails stating approval, we still didn't know what was actually happening. I also requested interviews, which I was told I'd get, but after the 6th or 7th phone call, I decided it was no longer worth pursuing as it was clearly not going to happen. Despite the issues that the event had, I did get to film some awesome moments such as the Jujutsu Kaisen panel, Emirichu and Daidus' panel, and the HoloLive panel. I even got to meet Emirichu and Daidus, who was so lovely. It was their first panel together and Daidus' first ever panel, so it was quite special. They both did an amazing job. Filming the HoloLive panel was definitely an experience. I had to get approval from the HoloLive team for any footage that I wanted to use, and obviously I did not want to anger the HoloLive team. Although it was weird being one of the only people allowed to have my tripod out and film the HoloLive panel. I went back home for a couple of weeks, dyed my hair purple, did a review of Akidir's makeup line, became an affiliate with Game Beauty, the company that did Aki's makeup line, did a few other videos, then off to Melbourne again. This time we were going to Melbourne for PAX, and this was my first ever PAX. And it was an experience. I got to meet a lot of new people at PAX and a lot of people that have been part of my YouTube and Twitch community for a fair while. I tried my best to cosplay each of the days at PAX, but you know, the days are long at PAX. The event starts at about 10 AM and doesn't finish till about 10 PM for most of those days, so I would take the cosplay off about halfway through the day. Luckily, we booked the hotel right next door to the convention center, which made it easy to go back and forth and film so many different experiences. Now, I had been trying to go to PAX for a while, but due to COVID, it kept getting cancelled. Even when I lived in Melbourne for a short period of time. It was really cool getting to meet a lot of other gamers and other people part of this community in Australia. I also got to experience a lot of cool stuff that we don't usually see and would probably only experience at PAX, including a lot of indie games that were just a lot of fun, and seeing kind of big gaming guests like Hexsteph, who used to be on shows around Australia like Good Game. While in Melbourne, I finally went to the One Piece Cafe. I had been wanting to go to this for a while, and I finally got to go. I also got to see an epic Chainsaw Man mural in Melbourne, which was really cool because we don't really see that kind of stuff here in Australia. I went back home to Perth, and Bleach 1000 Year Blood War was finally released. I cried like a baby. Seeing something so nostalgic be brought back and done well was incredible. This season was a big season for anime, so I decided I was going to react to a fair few of those animes. Considering I had done so many videos this year already, I thought that the reaction videos would kind of be more relaxing for me. Although I don't think I'll be reacting to any more episodes of animes in 2023. Sorry guys. But I will continue to talk about anime a lot, as this channel basically covers things that are otaku related. On YouTube in 2022, I managed to gain over 1,800 subscribers. I also gained over 700,000 views and 100,000 hours watched. Wow. I know numbers aren't everything, but seeing those numbers, I'm kind of in disbelief. It really puts what has happened this year into perspective, and I never thought that a new small creator could achieve numbers like this. It's been an incredible year, and I thank you all for the amazing support. We've managed to create a community that I feel at home in, and I hope you all feel the same. Thank you all for joining me and sticking by me. If you want to see what I get up to in 2023, then don't forget to subscribe.
Have you tried Rock On?
What?
Rock On?
What's that?
Rock On these nuts? I've been holding that joke in for 5 days.
Thank you all again. I don't know how many times I can say thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.